Hi Chrissy, it's your weenie. I just wanted to say how much I love you. I can't believe that it was 5 years ago when you and I were sitting in the Wilson lobby listening to Sarah talk as RRA, and we were just laughing, and we didn't have any idea of how far we would make it in the next 5 years together. I just want to thank you so much for the friendship that you've given me. You have been everything I've needed on any day that's ever existed since I've met you. If it's just somebody to sit and laugh with, you're always there, always having a good time. If it's someone that I just need to vent out to, you listen to me and we complained together and struggled together for 5 years in chemistry classes. Also, you've just been that shoulder for me to cry on when I needed you too. You've been the greatest support that I've needed. Even though people sometimes may mix us up and I'll be called Chrissie and you'll be called Kelsey, and even my boyfriend even calls you Kelsey sometimes still, find that one a little weird. I'm glad that we had that friendship and we always emphasized our friendship. Reference the pictures if you don't know what I'm talking about. But I just wanted to share some memories that I've had with you over these past 5 years together, and for us spending quite a lot of time together and still being able to tolerate each other. I'll probably make a lot of videos of this, but here's the first one. I love you so much. Bye. So we'll start out with freshman year. Obviously, you and I were both in the Delta class, and we kind of got to know each other. We'd walk to things together, but we never really hung out a lot. It was just, oh, that's Chrissy, lives on my floor. She's kind of cool. And then second semester came around, and we became really good friends. I'm going to be completely honest with you. I think the only reason we became friends is because I noticed that you sat behind the really cute guy in the class who I had the biggest crush on. So I started sitting with you, and then we started becoming friends with them. And then you and I ended up having all of our classes together, and we became really good friends. And we used to write a whole bunch of 4s on the whiteboard when studying for our chem exams the next day, and then say, fuck you, science. And then remember when I bought all those American flag sweaters for you, me, Trevor, and Adam, and we took those family photos with them. And then I just remember it was the day you were moving out, or like the day before, and we were finger painting. And I'm pretty sure I finger painted something that said like, Chrissy's a bitch. And then I'm pretty sure your parents found that the next day when moving out. Sorry, but not sorry. I also remember just sitting there watching Sister of the Traveling Pants, and we were just in the little lounge watching it, eating snacks, and that's just how we became really close our first year. So next came sophomore year, and by this point, Chrissy and I were really thriving. By thriving, I mean we were just failing all of our classes, struggling to get 8 hours of sleep, just kind of withering away as engineers, but we were doing great. Anyways, we were also looking for littles at this point, and I remember at first, Chrissy and I were like, oh, our littles need to be best friends. We've got to have the 4 of us all be together, and Chrissy got Bridget, and that was her dream little, and they were a 1-to-1 match, and they've just grown together so well and been the perfect pair. And she was a great addition and a great friend that I got to add to my life because Chrissy and I were so close, and then I ended up getting close to Bridget. And just some other memories from sophomore year. I just remember you and I and Trevor, Adam, Daniel Whalen, Julia Salchacholi, and Seth and Kevin, I think, studying downstairs in Wonders in the physics help room. And Julia was sitting in there and was like, Kelsey and Trevor locked me in a room, Chrissy went to the caf, Adam's out there watching Khan Academy, and smart kids being smart. And I just remember us all struggling through that year together, and I remember I'd sleep over at Wilson all the time because I didn't want to walk back to Brody, so thanks for allowing me to sleep on your futon quite a bit. So then came junior year, and you left me. You left me to go on co-op, and I had to go and make new friends. I had to fend for myself. I didn't have anyone who could sit here and help me with the homework anymore, except for Trevor, and I had to get close to Trevor, and I would always talk to Trevor because you talked to him. But it was just hard not having my best friend with me, not having you in my classes, struggling with me, and even though it was an hour and a half, it felt like forever. And that semester's dragged on, and then you came back, and even better than you coming back, we both turned 21, and that's where the fun really started. So then we were legal, and we were 21, because obviously we didn't drink before that, so now I can start talking about how drunk Chrissy was. So, first thing about drunk Chrissy, her dancing. Wow, does that girl not know how to dance? Literally, I'm sorry, Chrissy, I love you, but watching you dance is the most amusing thing in the world, because I don't know. It just, you guys gotta see it sometime because she's a great dancer. And then another thing that Chrissy thrives at doing when drunk is getting free shots. Literally, her and I would just go and talk to one of my friends and just be like, okay, we just need to keep talking to him until I get a shot. And then we'd be like, okay, now we can walk away. Okay, bye. And then another thing that Chrissy is really good at doing when drunk is writing on the walls in the PT's bathroom. For those of you girls who are 21 plus, the next time you're there, definitely look for ones that are signed CM and KB because those are from me and Chrissy. And the last thing she was really good at is stealing things. I'm pretty sure she has now stolen 2 of Farmhouse's composites, a few of Triangle's composites, a few Rush shirts from every fraternity we've had a social with. Yeah, she was really good at that stuff when drunk. So then we were having a really good time together. We were both back at school together, and then I left. I left to go to Connecticut, which was a lot more than an hour and a half drive this time. It was about 12 hours, and I didn't really get to see you much. But I think with my time out in Connecticut, I really learned that you were one of my closest friends. I still kept updated with your life, and you'd listen to all the problems that I had at work, and I still had you to rely on, and I know you would have been there for whatever I needed, and I'm really sorry I wasn't there for whenever you needed me. I wish I could have driven back the 12 hours. I would have done it for you. But I just know that because we were far away, yeah, I didn't get to see you as often, but our friendship still really remained, and I kept in contact with you, and it was just nice to have you because sometimes being on co-op and you're out in a new city, you're really alone, and you just don't know what to do with yourself, and you were just always still there, just like a phone call or a message away, and you talked to me, and you really just made sure that I was okay, and you made co-op doable even though I was away from school and all on my own and trying to be an adult and not doing good at it. But thank you for all of that whenever I was gone too, and always just giving me a bed to sleep in whenever I came back because I didn't really have anywhere to live when I came back too. So probably my favorite memory of me and Chrissy, well, maybe not a favorite memory because I don't know if I really remember it or if you really remember it, but it was the week that I came back from co-op, and me, Chrissy, Rachel, and Abby decided that we are going to do a week-long bar crawl. Yes, a week long. Not like a few hours, a week. We decided we needed to hit up every single bar in East Lansing before it was good, and we did it. We definitely did it. Cost a lot of money, cost a lot of alcohol to our liver damage, but we did it, and I would never do it again. I felt terrible after that, but I just remember, I think every night we would come back and make mac and cheese and add flavors to it, and then I'd go to bed in your bed with you, and we'd just sit there, and sometimes we'd cry because we were really drunk and we just wanted to cry, and other times we'd laugh, and other times we'd sit on your floor. I think we ate Taco Bell once, just sat on your floor, and me, you, and Rachel were talking about things that I probably shouldn't bring up in this video, but they were really funny to talk about, especially when we woke up the next morning, we were like, did we just really have that conversation? But I would hands down say that it was one of my top 10 memories of us in college. Well, for one of my top 10 things that happened, but I don't remember everything that happened.